I'm driving in the October the 3rd Trump car parade. We are going northbound around I-270 in Columbus. There's another line going southbound on the other side. I started at McNaughton and Maine, and there was probably 200 cars from that point. We are getting a lot of support as we come under overpasses where there are residential streets or streets where there's sidewalks. A lot of them are lined up with people with Trump banners and American flags and waving their support. Off to my left, I see lines and lines of cars with flags. We're getting a lot of support from people that are not in the parade. Saw somebody had a motorcycle on a trailer on the back, and they had a life-size Trump mannequin riding the motorcycle with flags streaming. You hear the media say that Trump has no support among the base of the American people, that he has lost his support, he's going to lose the election. I'm calling BS. They call us a silent majority. We are not silent today. We are out in force showing our support for our president. We are praying for the recovery of him, First Lady Melania Trump, and everybody affected by the COVID in the Trump administration and around the world, but primarily for our president. Not my president, not your president, but our president. He is the president of the United States. The Democrats are doing everything that they can to try to steal this election, and let's just say it's not going to happen on our watch. We are going to stand up. We are going to preserve this republic. God gave us America, and we do not intend to lose her without a fight. I'm a Navy veteran, and I left the Navy. I joined the Navy at 17, turned 18 at boot camp, and served 4 years active and 2 years in the reserves. More people on the overpass. Sorry, if they're going to support our president, I'm going to let them know that we appreciate it. Just coming up on the 71 split on the north end, so we're slowing down a little bit. We wanted to average 55 miles an hour. We're probably averaging about 30, 35. Not seeing anybody flipping us off, or I'd say what responses we're getting are positive. I'm not seeing any negative responses, which is good. Makes me believe that God is in this. Lord, just ask you to stand watch over our president, over his family, over everybody in the administration. Make his recovery fast, so that people know that you are in control, and that this nation will survive. So we have pickup trucks in the parade, we have sports cars, we have classic cars, we have little beat up compacts, we've got young people, old people, men, women, white people, black people, Asian people, Hispanic people. We just passed 71, now we're picking up the speed. I'm back up to about 53 miles an hour. So I'm going to close the gap on my point person here a little bit. There's the one with Trump flags, American flags, and the Christian flag. A lot of thin blue line flags showing that we support our law enforcement and our first responders. the eastbound side. We're going westbound now. Up to about 58 mile an hour. We don't want to go 65 because we're making a statement. We're not here to win a race. We're here to make a statement that we support the president, that we love America. Apparently these young people didn't get the memo that we're going to try to maintain 55. But, oh well, they'll learn their lesson. Going fast, they're not going to get there any faster than I am. Oh well. I'm running about 60, 61 right now. And that's plenty fast enough. See, now I'm having to hit the brakes now because we're coming up into traffic and just coming up on 315 now. Crossing Worthington, the overpass is lined up pretty much wall to wall. God bless America and God save America. Now we're back down to about 51. The ones that blew past me in the parade are slowing down. I'm seeing Humvees, I'm seeing Jeeps, I'm seeing classic military vehicles. I've seen semis running bobtail. At least this group of Americans and Ohioans are not going to go blue. This is something to see, something to be a part of. I tell people I joined the military at 17 to protect your right to have an opinion and to voice your opinion no matter how wrong I think that opinion is. But unlike the left, when we disagree with you, we don't burn your city down. We don't attack you. We don't assault you. We disagree respectfully. As this video is going to show, you're going to see people driving pretty crazy. And that's pretty normal for Columbus on an I-270. Speed limits are for peasants, not for these yuppies. But, oh well. I'm just enjoying my Saturday drive. Been about 20 miles from the starting point so far, just past Worthington. Back up to 55. This seems to be a good pace. Somebody trying to join the line here. Some of these young people think it's a race, but oh well. Going up on Sawmill Road now. So we're on the northwest corner of Columbus. Coming up on the exit for the Columbus Zoo, exit 20. Zoombezi Bay. back of this line, but that's all right. The last shall be first. Leaves are starting to change, a little bit of color in the leaves, which makes it a pretty drive. There comes another big string coming the opposite direction. Most of us chose the northbound route, at least from the east side here. Coming up on Muirfield. I was surprised at the exit we gathered at the Appliance Mart there on East Main Street in McNaughton, and I was surprised Columbus Police provided a vehicle or a cruiser to block to allow us to get onto Main Street. I was actually surprised. Of course, unlike the government of Columbus, we do support the police. There are bad apples in every organization, not the left says, oh, don't judge all protesters by the actions of a few. Don't judge all rioters by the actions of a few. But yet, anytime there's a mass shooting, they want to judge all gun owners by the actions of a few, and all conservatives by the actions of a few. I find it very, very entertaining that the left says, oh, president supports white supremacy. The Proud Boys are white supremacists. Don't hear on the mainstream media, but the national chairman of the Proud Boys is actually a black man. And I'd say probably 30 to 45% of their membership are people of color. I personally believe that I took an oath when I joined the military to protect, preserve, and defend the Constitution and the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And as long as I'm drawing breath, I am still bound by that oath. So, that's my personal belief. And as I said, I won't lose this nation without a fight. I was never in combat, thank God, but I did sign a check saying that if I need to lay down my life for this nation, I would gladly, and I still will. Tuttle Crossing, exit 15. Starting down the west side here now. I see some flags over top of the divider wall here now. Coming the other direction. Averaging about 52 miles an hour right now. So far, thank God, all is smooth. I started the video a little bit late because of traffic. It was just easier to do it when I wasn't in quite such a tight spot. So we're coming down the west side now. Coming back into the official corporation limit for Columbus. When I passed under Gahanna overpass, it was wall-to-wall people with flags and signs waving and cheering. You know, the media wants us to despair that there's no way we can ever win this election. that the country's lost. And my heart tells me differently, and seeing this today, thank you, Jesus. This brings hope to my heart and lets me know that you are in control. It just reminds me you're in control. I knew that. But God, the evidence of your power is amazing. More of our fellow people going northbound on the other side. Southbound on 270. I'm surprised we haven't had people cutting in and trying to disrupt the train. But again, praise God, you're keeping us safe, and we appreciate that, as always. I'm just making sure I've got room in front of me, so if somebody does something stupid, I've got room. That's just, as I like to call it, uncommon sense. I try to leave at least 5 car lengths in front of me, so if they want to cut through there and be dumb, I've got room to maneuver and get out the way, and always check my mirror so I have an escape route. Going up on Hilliard Cemetery Road, Fishinger Road. You probably hear my flag on the driver's side window smacking against the roof. Again, so far I've got to say I'm very pleased to see that people have been respectful for the most part. It does my heart good. I know this is a long video. More of our supporters going the other direction, going northbound. Somebody pulling their trailer. A little slow down here. Hit the brakes a little bit. That's not uncommon over here on the Hilliard side. Down to about 43 mile an hour. A little bit overcast, not hot, very pretty day for a drive. I've turned the music off so when I post this on YouTube, they can't scream copyright infringement. I was going to stream this live on Facebook, but just as I went to go live, they said, you can't go live for 30 days because without any notifications, apparently every post I've made since November of last year has been deemed to have violated their community standards. No notification, no warning, no alert. Just when I try to go live on an event like this, they say, oh no, we're going to censor you. So if you don't think that Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and the left are trying to censor conservative voices, you are out of your mind. I don't know why we're going over here. Somebody must be getting off over on this side. So I'm going to pick it back up here and rejoin my queue. Roberts Road. Yeah, I'm going up on the back of the queue here. Looks like about 3 or 4 people might be getting off here at Roberts Road. Still got a huge amount of us here. I picked up about 62 to catch up at the tail end of the line. If you think driving in a line like this, trying to maintain spacing and stay with a group is easy, it ain't. It's like driving in a big rubber band. It keeps getting longer and shorter, longer and shorter. here. Now I'm back behind the original vehicle that was in front of me when we came past Broad Street here off of 270. Got more people back behind me here that were in the queue in the original line. I'm just kind of narrating as I go along here, giving you the actual experience. Another line of our people coming northbound up the other side. I see why we're slowing down. We're coming to the 70 split on 270, so that's right on the west side downtown Columbus. That's going to be a mess. As you can see, people that want to get by, I'm going to be very courteous and let them go by. Say, if everybody would play nice, it would be a better place. But there are people who have no concept of playing nice, have no desire to play nice. But there's some more of our people on the west side there. Untangling their flags, looks like. We don't have a big place for boats here in Central Iowa. There goes a bus. Darned. We don't have a place to have a boat parade, so we use the cars. Distance so far 31.1 miles. Running about 22 miles an hour right now. But I'm off today. I've got nowhere else to be. Okay, coming to a stop here. People run up the left side and try to cut across because they've got to be ahead. But you know what? I'm having fun. Once we get past this, we should be in pretty good shape for a little while. It's going to be a long video. It's been about an hour now since we started. And I've come just almost exactly halfway around the city. Another group coming northbound on the other side. Drink of water here. I think we've got a dribble glass. Okay, just here at the 270-70 split. We're in the right-hand lane, the slow lane, so all these hot rods have got room to go zooming past. Be somebody going to cut over, but that's all right. Poor people in front of me must have bought a cheap flag because it's just in tatters. They got it coming up through the sunroof. More Patriots on the other side. There goes a motorhome. It's adorned. I'm willing to bet that the local news 4, 6, and 10, and 28 will not give any coverage to this event. If they do, it won't be positive. I would estimate that there was easily between 2,000 and 3,000 of us, because I estimate probably close to 300 just started at where I started from, over at McNaughton in Maine, in Reynoldsburg. Another group coming northbound. Pretty good sized line. On the west side, 40 is Broad Street. On the east side, 40 is Main Street. On the east side, 16 is Broad Street. So it kind of crosses itself. See, I left room when those cars in front of me could do what they wanted to do. Although this cat in the Jeep doesn't really have an idea what he wants to do. He's a little wandery. Running about 45 mile an hour right now. Start to get a little sunlight here. Put on my sunglasses so I can see. Now we're picking back up about 55 mile an hour. So thankful I had the day off from work so I could participate in this. I talked to people that didn't know about it, said they're going to come. There's another string going north. I will capture stills out of this. All agreed we're going to run with our headlights on and our hazard flashes on, so that people know very clearly that we are a part of this. Okay, coming up on Georgesville Road. Oh, there's a little somebody that jumped in front, joined the party. Little Hyundai here ahead of me that kind of got in the mix of things. And I'm driving my 2019 Transit Connect, my Warrior wagon, I call her. 1 year old on August the 1st, or October the 1st, I'm sorry. They must be going to get off over here at Georgesville. Coming up on Grove City, or as I like to call it, Grove Tucky. Another big line coming the other direction. You can hear the horns blowing in support. Big trucks. I'd love to get an official count of how many cars we had participate in this, how many vehicles, and I'm one of the few that's alone. Most of the cars were loaded with people. More Patriots coming north. So I'm going to cut the video off here. It's getting kind of long, so maybe restart after bed.